Hey guys, I'm Greg.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew.
Andrew from the Movie Source channel and Agor711 on Twitter and Instagram. We're going to be watching the Iron Fist show. When does it come out?
I believe it comes out March 15th.
March 15th. It's right around the corner, people. It's right around the corner. This got requested just yesterday from a few people. First request I saw come in. Mad Titan 78. There's your little acknowledgement right there.
She calls herself the daughter of the dragon!
Sure you want to do this, honey?
Call me honey again, I dare you.
I don't know where you came from. You're welcome anytime.
When we first meet Colleen, she's just trying to survive.
Let's begin.
Colleen works in a dojo. Is this you?
Yeah?
She looks after kids.
These exercises are about trying to teach you how to perform in the real world.
She represents honor, discipline, self-discipline. But she has this edge.
How about you add another fighter? And when I win, you double my payday.
You are one crazy chick. You know that?
Colleen is in a lot of financial trouble. She's in such dire straits, she ends up going to a fight club.
You ready for the fight of your life?
And she ends up liking it.
Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Danny has never seen women as strong and as fierce as Colleen. I want to challenge you, Master. He has to win her over.
I'm asking you, nicely, to leave.
Her first initial reaction is, you're crazy. But then when she sees how good of a fighter he is, she starts to realize there's something else about him.
He's got an iron fist.
Are you dangerous?
Very dangerous.
She's curious. He's so intriguing, and he's so unlike anyone she's ever met.
If you lose, they'll kill you.
That's not gonna happen.
So she kind of takes a gamble.
We can do a lot of good together. You are the only person who can help me.
It's a very dramatic relationship.
Okay.
Mystery is such a big part of our show, and there's an element of was it fate, was it meant to be? I think she knows that Danny's not good for her, but it's intoxicating.
I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
You need me.
Colleen is amazing. People will know what a great feminine figure she is.
Iron Fist is in a league of its own. It's a show that keeps you on your toes.
Okay. All right, well, I got some thoughts here. I got some thoughts I'd like to share with you, Andrew, and you guys too. Just dawned on me that this actually dropped on International Women's Day. This makes sense, because she's a strong, feminine character.
Good point.
Way to go, women! You women rock! You're all badass. I can't help get like, when I saw the couple of trailers for Iron Fist, I was like, looks good, looks cool. At the same time, I had concerns. I had concerns that this didn't look like it had a very specific kind of flair. The show didn't feel like it had something unique about it. You know, like when I think about the other shows on Netflix from the Marvel Universe, they're very distinct and very specific. And this kind of just looked like a typical kind of, I don't know, something that might get canceled on the CW at some point. You know, that's kind of what it looked like to me. A bunch of reviews have dropped in the past week, and a lot of them are not very good reviews. And they're kind of addressing a lot of the concerns I actually had, because I was like, well, every trailer I've seen for the Marvel shows I've never been too wowed by. So I thought that, okay, maybe it's just the trailer. But watching the footage here, I think this is one of the better trailers or featurettes that we've gotten from Iron Fist. This character does sound cool. I'm actually like, all right, I'm a little drawn more now to knowing more about the other characters in the show, because that's always a nice surprise when I watch these shows. Is I tune in for Daredevil, then I end up loving all the other characters. I tune in for Luke Cage and end up loving all the other characters.
Yeah.
And she seems like a cool character I can get on board with. We could use a good Asian female lead right now, so that's awesome.
I definitely agree. I mean, you nailed it. Those other shows, they all have a distinct flair to them. I think what I love about those shows, on top of what you just said, we love the other characters, their villains are just so memorable. You got the Purple Man and Jessica Jones, Wilson Fisk, of course, and Daredevil, and then Cottonmouth in Luke Cage and Diamondback, but
Yeah.
more Cottonmouth for me. But just again, the villains are what set them apart. Like, and obviously Marvel's not the most well known for their villains, of course, but that's what I'm looking forward to, because so far, like, the chemistry and the hand-to-hand combat and some of the stuff we're seeing, the progression we're seeing with the characters, where they're kind of lost a little bit. They're looking for something more unique. You see the progression of their relationship building. Like, that stuff all look good and all, but I'm more curious to see like who the villain's going to be in this season. And if it's going to be on par with some of those other villains, because like I said, that's what sets those shows apart for me. It's like I'm so drawn in, not only by the main characters, of course, but by their adversaries.
Yeah.
I really feel like the stakes are always high, because I'm so in tune with what's going on with the villains, and I love the villains in these shows.
Well, what I heard from a couple of reviews is that there's no real main villain here. And that the villain in it is the Hand, of who we saw in Daredevil season 2. A lot more of that.
Okay.
That's one thing I heard the show is lacking, actually, is like a really distinct villain, something that really propels the show forward and adds to the world and everything. To me, this, like, from everything I've been hearing, it kind of feels like it's been going down the Avengers Phase 1 path.
Iron Man 2 setting up for Avengers
Well,
kind of thing.
Look at this. You had Iron Man, Daredevil, right? Then you have Jessica Jones. Then you have Iron Man 2, Daredevil Season 2. Then you have Thor. Then you got Luke Cage. And then you have Captain America, the First Avenger. And now you have Iron Fist. And then you get the Avengers. And then you're going to get the Defenders. And the thing that I remember with the First Avenger that kind of was a bummer for me was that it seemed like they were kind of rushing through this really interesting time period, the specific parts in Captain America's life, so they can get to the Avengers. And what I've been hearing from the reviews, that because they released the first 6 episodes to a lot of critics, is it kind of feels like they just they're making Iron Fist to kind of hurry up and get to the Defenders now. I don't know, this show could be good. This is a specific trailer for Colleen Wing. The character seems alright. The action sequences, I haven't seen any clips from the action sequences. I'm like, they look...
They showed a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, they look okay. They don't look like Daredevil status. And I kind of want that, though, for a show about martial artists.
Yeah.
I would love that to have the Daredevil caliber of fight choreography, but the action sequences look kind of generic. They look like television generic action sequences to me right now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like Daredevil, Ip Man,
Yeah,
the Raid.
I would
No, I mean, the standard is really high now when we're looking at hand-to-hand combat. And when we're talking about a character as unique as this, like Colleen Wing, and you got Danny Rand, like, you're expecting like the action and the hand-to-hand combat to be around that level. No, I'm with you. I hope when we're watching the show that it does not feel, like it's more like a TV show, more like that would be suited for the CW network. And nothing against those shows. Those shows are fine. They have their own unique style as well, like Arrow and those shows and such. But again, when we watch Daredevil and you watch the hallway scene and some of those
cinematic.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I forget I'm watching a TV show when I'm watching those. It's like I feel like I'm almost like immersed in a film.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, there's something about this show that like I'm definitely gonna be open-minded by the time I watch it. As much as I express concerns when I watch trailers or whatever, when it comes time to sit down in the theater or I sit down at home to watch it, I'm gonna be open-minded and because I want it to be good. I don't want it to fail. I don't want it to be bad. I think on paper this sounds cool. You got an Asian female lead who's a badass action heroine. From what we're getting, I'm a little intrigued, but I'm not like, that's gonna be a badass character. I'm glad we got an exclusive trailer just for her,
No, for sure, I agree with you. And again, just not trying to compare to the other shows, but it is a Marvel Netflix show. But when we watch,
there's a standard that they've set.
But when you and I watched Daredevil trailers and we saw Punisher, we're I want to see this right the hell now.
Totally.
No, I mean I get where you're coming from. Again, I'm like you. I'm gonna have a very open mind when this comes out. I'm still looking very forward to it because I'm a huge fan of the Marvel Netflix shows. They're amazing. I love going into these worlds a good 12, 13 hours. It gives you a good time to, get the progression of these characters and get inside them. So, I mean, I'm still very intrigued by it. I'm going to have an open mind, but, this didn't do anything to lower my standards or, heighten them.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, I'm still looking forward to it. Let's get it going.
All right, I mean, we're going to watch it regardless.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Fan Shitstick 4. I mean, what we saw was a 7%. It's not, we had to be like, is it really this bad? Oh God, so for sure.
Colleen Wing versus Elektra, the trailers for for Daredevil, they didn't really show Elektra fighting. Now,
Good point.
the thing though is, when they showed Elektra in the season 2 trailers of Daredevil, I was like, she seems cool.
Yeah.
Like, she's sexy, she's fiery, she's got a different kind of bad girl personality. There's nothing here in this trailer for Colleen Wing that's like hooking me to what makes her such a standout, unique kind of character to bring onto a TV show. And I'm really hoping the show is better than the trailers and what reviews I read so far.
We want her to be a badass.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
want it all.
like-
We want this to succeed. We do.
Yeah.
And I'm not shy to admit when I like something that the majority are not liking.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I would defend it if I thought like I feel like this show is misunderstood.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I think if people saw your Logan review, you were like raving about Laura X-23 and Hit Girl, like you like those kind of
Yeah.
kick-ass characters. So, I mean, I'm with you. No, I hope Colleen Wing is up to the standards of Elektra, but again, those are high standards,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to seeing the show and seeing if she does
Yeah.
meet those.
Because it's weird to me how like I think Claire, who's like the main connection
Love
between
Claire.
all the shows,
Yeah.
she's just a normal human being who
But
has
she's
a
so strong.
so
you know,
strong and
mentally.
caring and
Yeah.
sacrifices, and she's such an interesting person who doesn't
Definitely.
need to have fighting skills, who doesn't need to
Definitely.
have powers, and yet I'm seeing Colleen Wing with fighting skills and all this shit, and I'm like, I find Claire more interesting, you know.
I know,
But then
I
again,
agree.
this is my first real introduction
Right,
to her
right.
in 2 minutes. So.
Right. Yeah, we're basing 3 seasons off of watching Claire, the 2 minutes off
Yeah.
of watching this. We're just going off the 2 minutes. But yeah, no, again, I'm looking forward to seeing this character. And again, the standards are high. There's a lot of interesting women in the Marvel Netflix universe, so she's got a lot of standards to live up to, for sure, you know?
And I haven't done reviews of the other shows on Netflix. Andrew and I were considering actually like reviewing this show, maybe one, because I feel like with these Marvel shows, you can review them one episode at a time.
Oh,
Not-
for sure.
Not every show. I feel most shows I'm like you just gotta talk about the season.
The season review.
But this one, but Marvel shows like there's usually enough to gather from one episode at a
Oh,
time.
definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe we'll do a review. If you guys want it, we'll do it. All right, guys. Well, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Follow Andrew on the Movie Source channel, and he's also Agor711 on Twitter and Instagram. Shout out to Andrew's Iron Dick. It glows, it gets huge, and it causes mayhem.
During the week, it's called Tony Stark. On the weekends, it's called Danny Rand.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
We never joke about your penis.
Only on camera. It's the right time to do
The
it.
right time to do it.